Hello watchers, and welcome to the second part of July's ScrawlrBox, where I actually do the Scrawlr Challenge. These are the goodies from the box. I'll leave a link in the cards above for the unboxing if you want to know more. Let's get the goodies out of the box again. These are some of the samples that I did, and then I've played with them a little bit more as well, and got some different textures and things. They can get a little bit sticky between one another. There's that one with a little bit of the diamond sparkle. This one I probably could actually work on a little bit more. That's a great thing, you can sort of activate them and work on it more. The Scrawlr Challenge was Nebula, and I can actually say it on this video. The last video I could not for some bizarre reason. So I've only got three sheets left out of 10. What I'm actually going to do, because if anyone's watched any of my videos on this channel, they know that I like to relate any sort of challenge or anything I do really back to architecture, and have like a building on site and make like some whimsical illustrations, or sometimes really technical. So for this challenge I'm going to relate it back to a movie architecture from the Never Ending Story, a film in 1984. And there was this land called Fantasia, and the center point of it was the Ivory Tower. I'll leave a overhead image of that so you guys can understand what I'm saying, but a lot of you will be going, oh, yes, I know exactly what you mean. The Never Ending Story is one movie I wish that they would remake, but only if they stick to the source material. But I don't think the author of the original book actually liked what the Hollywood did, because they really did chop and change a lot of stuff from the book. So unless Hollywood decides to keep to that, I don't think we're going to get a sequel to that. Now what I've done is I've gone ahead and just done a quick basic line sketch of the Ivory Tower. I'm going to do the one that's like floating in space, because the nothing has destroyed the earth basically, and Bastion has to sort of recreate the earth. And you have no idea what I'm on about if you have not seen the movie or read the book. But yeah, it's basically just the only remaining part of Fantasia, and it's floating around on a rock in space. So I thought it'd be quite fitting to then have a nebula in the background as well. So I've just done this line drawing in pen. It's just on normal cartridge paper, and I'm just going to use a light box to just sort of trace over it, because the thing with alcohol inks, you don't control them, they control you. And I don't want to write on the paper with a pencil or anything, because I think the alcohol inks can be quite translucent, so you'll see those lines. So I'm just going to sort of work on top of the light box. The only thing that I'm going to use that wasn't in the box is some masking fluid, to try and hopefully keep some bits white that I want to keep white. So let's get on and get going. So I'm just using these sticks, and what I want to keep white, I'm just going to fill in. The other thing with alcohol inks is you can't really do anything too detailed straight from just using the inks. You usually have to go in with fine liners, which it did say in the Scrawlr zine to sort of, they will allow as a cheat, but I'm going to trade that cheat of a fine liner for masking fluid. So I'm going to try and work with negative space, etc., as opposed to putting in black lines. Now with this masking fluid, because it's on Yupo paper, it does take a little bit longer for it to dry. So just have to be wary of that. I think editing me, by the way, I think is going to make this like a real-time painting. Because you guys can always speed it up anyway if you get really bored. Using the settings on YouTube. As long as it doesn't take absolutely hours. I don't think it will do, but famous last words. Put a little bit more on that side. Now unfortunately the masking fluid won't be fully perfect because the alcohol ink can actually leak underneath it a little bit. But that's just the nature of alcohol ink, I've found. If it wants to go somewhere, it will go somewhere. Not much can stop it. So this is quite a bizarre medium for me to use, because usually with architecture drawings or illustrations you've got to follow rules such as perspective and depth and shadow and things, and all the other rules that you need to do in order to create technical drawings or make a building look somewhat realistic. Whereas with alcohol inks, as I've said, you are not in control. So it's quite a nice sort of medium just to let go and have fun and just mess around a little bit. And also you get some really nice results as well. I've been checking out other people's videos and seeing what they've done, and it's just such an easy medium just to get something really bright and colourful and nice together. While I let that dry, this is one of the sample, in fact I'll turn the light off to try and help, samples that I did, and that was using masking fluid there and then putting the ink over the top. So it can work really, really well, and then other times it can just leak through like it did a little bit on there. But it's hit or miss. The other thing I'm going to do while I'm waiting is I've just got these little sort of jam jars. I'm just going to mix some of these colours up because I want a really pale colour, so I do that by just using a couple of the drops and then quite a bit of the extender, and then I'll just use this sample piece to test if it's the right colour that I want. Yeah, that's the right sort of colour that I want. I've just realised it's dried already. They do dry really quickly. Need to put the light back on and see where I'm going. Now hopefully actually it doesn't spread out too much if you get very little on your brush. which makes sense now that I say it out loud. So is the next bit. Just want to try and get like a purple colour. Yeah. I'm just using the scrap piece just to try and help. So I guess you could probably call this technique painting with alcohol inks rather than using like the straw in other tools. Just want to get a base down of this alcohol, this purple. Hopefully without it going too wild. Yeah, once I get this base coat round on, I can then see what I'm doing, and I don't need to have the light box on anymore. Yeah. So let's get rid of the light box. Now I'm not too worried about the edges because I'm gonna cut out around this and then stick it on top of another sheet of Yupo. You'll see in a minute or 10, a minute or 10. Oh no 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 no. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go get cleaned up a little bit. No point me really getting too cleaned up until I've finished this, because I've got a funny feeling there's going to be more accidents like that. So note to self, don't pick up the bottles by the lid because the lid might be loose. So yeah, what was I doing? I was trying to put a bit of blue in there. That was the plan. Well, not the blue, the Caribbean. Hey, big deal. That makes it a slightly bluer one, which is what we want. And also I need to get the straw ready. So I'm going to try The reason why I'm doing it like this is because I want it to look like rocks, not a smooth surface. Another little bit of blue. Just make some more of this up. But I think this technique really lends its hand to creating sort of these rock formations. Just want to add a little bit of try and add a little bit of depth. I'm somewhat happy with that. Just thinking what to do about that blue bit. Maybe I should risk going over with a magenta again. I need to put some extender in the lid of here so I can basically so I can use it as like water, like you would if you were watercolouring to clean off your brush. Probably not a good place to put it, as I'll probably knock it there. So I'm going to sort of get rid of this blue without making it too purple. Just want to reinforce some of these original magenta colours I put in earlier. And make sure there's no white bits. Alright, I'm going to leave that before I drop more ink on it, whether I wanted to or not. Just wipe the brush off so I know it's clean when I next use it. By the way, if you do get ink splashed everywhere, like me, even on surfaces, if you use either acetone, i.e. nail polish remover, or acetol alcohol, or sometimes they call it rubbing alcohol as well, but it's basically the same thing. And it just gently go over it, not with abrasive stuff, and then it will come off, even your hands, but obviously it will dry out your hands, so make sure you use moisturizer after you've finished cleaning up. So I'm going to leave that there for now for it to completely dry. And then I want a clean sheet. Oh, got one sheet left. One. So if I mess this up, I've got one more opportunity. Right, so now we want the big sort of nebula sized things, whatever that means in English. But I want dark blues, dark purples, dark everything. So let's just mix up a potion, shall we? And see what we get. Right, so we've got a lovely purple there. Let me just put some on here. Okay, just got slightly interrupted by Louis there, the Dalmatian, by the way. So yeah, starting to build up these layers, and I was just going in with a pink first. I want to sort of, do I want to go? Yeah. The name on the game is this. I don't want to see any white. I'm not too worried about getting it on the desk, because as I've said before, you can clean it up. Be careful not to suck up the ink as well. Mix up some more of the dark purple. The great thing about alcohol inks is you think you're using a lot, but you're actually not. So they will last you a long time. So I want to work Alright, so for now, I mean, you can keep working at this until your heart's content. I'm just going to leave it there for now and see which way up I want it, that way or that way. Now I'm going to cut this out in some sort of fashion. Again, I don't want any white bits showing through, so we'll cut any white bits out. So now it's gonna pretty much go there. But I need to just lighten this area a bit, or darken that bit. Yeah, I think darkening that bit rather than going any more on there, because I like the shape of that. So if we just darken this little bit more. Take the baguette there. Let's just put something over the top there, just in case anything gets spilled or whatnot. I think it needs to be a little bit more blue. Yeah. I don't want to detract too much. That's a bit better. I'll leave that to dry. That's where we want to be. I'm just going to try lightning. I think that's about right. Yeah. Because now what I'm going to do, interesting pattern on the back from all the smudges. By the way, little tip for you, the more ink, like these really dark thick bits, they can become quite sticky, and I don't think they ever fully dry, so just be wary of that. But what I'm going to do now is, with the diamond sparkle that we've got, is add some sparkle. Oops, that was not where I wanted to go. Yeah, I just want to go, almost create like an opening. Just Yupo paper, which is this big. I think it's twice as big as that and some more. This is Yupo heavy. It's just really thicker, but to be honest with you, I don't think you really need it with Yupo paper because it doesn't curl up or buckle like watercolor paper would do. So I think I want to do a bigger one in more detailed. So I've seen some YouTubers do like beyond the box, where they use the items from the box plus then add some other bits. Like I think I would want to go in with some paint and make some really straight lines on these, or some pencils or something. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So yeah, I'm not sure when that would be uploaded. I would try and do it before the next ScrawlrBox, so therefore it doesn't get confused. But yeah, I really like this. Obviously, of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But yeah, I'm really impressed by this. I think I have found a new medium that I like. But yeah, as always, please like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me, and of course hit the bell so then you're notified when I upload a video. Usually I try and aim for every Friday around 6 o'clock-ish. Well, not around 6 o'clock, it will be 6 o'clock. And of course, please share my videos with anybody that you think would like my content as well. If you guys got this box, I would love to know how you guys enjoyed it. I know a lot of people are really loving the box already, but I would also like to hear if you didn't like the supplies and why you didn't, or if you have issues with it or whatever. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and in the meantime, happy architecting!